Thanks for staying with us. We're going to update you now on the weather. John?
Okay, again, numerous reports of trees down in the area, Liz. They're now saying 79-mile-per-hour winds being reported at the airport. The only time that they've had higher winds reported at Stanford Field was during the 74 tornado. So this is the second highest wind.
And it was 81. They were 81.
81 miles per hour then, so 79 miles per hour. That we have possible major damage at the Indian Oaks Mobile Home Park. And on Poplar Level Road, I don't have the apartment here, but there's an apartment complex where trees have fallen down onto the apartment building and people are trapped inside. We have warnings in effect for LaRue, Nelson, Shelby, and Spencer counties. As you've been seeing on the radar, the storms are moving out of Jefferson County at this point, but all counties east and south of us are experiencing winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. Let's add Franklin County, the Frankfort area, now under a warning. Anderson County and points east from there also all under severe thunderstorm warning. So there are about 15 to 20 counties under warning at this point. Again, severe winds, lots of damage, and also we're now getting reports that there were some funnel clouds sighted in the Louisville area. Those are now moving east and south of us, so folks east and south of Louisville should be on the alert for possible tornadoes also with this thunderstorm activity. And again, it continues to move east at about 30 miles per hour.
Okay, thank you very much, John. Okay. And keep with us because we're going to bring you more weather information. But to give you something else to think about right now, let's go to sports and Fred Cowgill.
Nice to see you, Liz, and hello, everybody. Sorry about these adverse circumstances here. You know what it's like going through a blackout, possibly, and Channel 32 has certainly gone through its share here this afternoon, so thank you for staying tuned to Channel 32. You know, it may be the least talked about and one of the most thought about things in hydroplane racing, and that is crashing. In a sport where only 3 of its top 10 drivers are still alive, those rated in the top 10 in wins in the world, it's a risk that every star at least thinks about, and tonight in Indianapolis, one life hangs in the balance. Cellular One driver Steve Reynolds lays in an Indianapolis hospital tonight in critical shape. His brain injured, just a week after being the definitive picture of life and optimism after developing his hydroplane into one of the tour's best.
But when the boat clears the water by 7 feet and flies through the air, it's not rough at all, it's real smooth.
Even as late as Friday, the 39-year-old looked to be the major threat to Miss Budweiser's thorough dominance of the sport. Then, problems. Cellular One began showing light on the water, actually lifting off the surface after speeds of up to 170 miles per hour. Reynolds was visibly unhappy, but raced on. Sunday, it cost him. Leading in Heat 3A, he came apart. The engine cover gone, the left sponson ripped off, Cellular One was done, but with the cockpit intact. Reynolds was unconscious, brain injured. Racing was done. Miss Budweiser declared the winner.
It's always nice to win. I would rather win by going out there and beating these people head on. That's why we're here. I don't get much glory out of taking a win when I don't get to go race for it.
Years from now, these memories will be tough to wash away. Not of Miss Budweiser's win, but of what was lost. A 10-year veteran and showcase spokesman for the sport brought down in moments. A sport with monumental price tags.
He's a good friend of mine. In 1977, he and I were racing together and he had a bad accident, and he had an accident here last fall. You know, it's something that you realize in the back of your mind may happen, and when it does, it does. But
now, hydroplane racing may be at a crossroads of sorts, and this latest episode may be one day be part of a benchmark to the sport and exactly what happens and which path that they choose. Just a couple years ago, engine changes in the sport forced excessive speeds down after they became too dangerous and made a driver's life very difficult. The latest innovation that again bent on pushing specs to the limit was a pressurized cockpit. But as Sunday's accident shows, with new speeds pushing engines back into the stratosphere and speeds with them, it would seem to be crucial to the sport's survival to quit talking about speed and start talking about safety. Now, the Reds may be comfortably in front of the National League West, but the price tag of that this weekend was 2 of their stars. Up Interstate 71 tonight, they play Philadelphia without second baseman Ron Oster and outfielder Cal Daniels. Oster has a knee injury after trying to nail Mookie Wilson, in the middle of a potential game-ending double play. Wilson ended up nailing Oster. Daniels also left the game after re-injuring his knee, running out a second-inning double. No word how long both will be out. Channel 32 and ABC Sports Monday Nighters should be renamed Cardinals Night. St. Louis is once again the featured team as the National League East leaders are home against Los Angeles after beating Atlanta Sunday. Cardinals are looking for their 3rd pennant of the decade. They're 7.5 games in front of Montreal. And the biggest news in the majors may be Mark McGwire, the rookie first baseman of the Oakland A's. He had a record 30th home run Sunday in the Oakland A's win over Boston. Nobody has ever done it in his first season before the All-Star break. McGwire's on a pace that could bust Roger Maris's seasonal record of 61. Liz Everman Sports for the moment in the darkened studios of Channel 32. We are in the middle of a blackout on auxiliary power, so hang in there if you're in the same situation. If you're on batteries at home with the TV sets, stay with us. Redbirds at Buffalo tonight. Hopefully they're out of the bad weather, and we'll tell you about it hopefully with full power at 11 o'clock.
Well, after the baseball game.
After the baseball game,
yes.
right.
Thank you. And thanks for staying with us. We'll be back with more news on the weather right after this. John, this is a dangerous storm.
And it's about over for Louisville, but let's go to the radar. I'll show you the counties east and to the south of us. The storm continues to pack a pretty powerful punch, winds of near 80 miles per hour. Go to a safe place if threatening conditions approach. Let's go to the 240-mile range on the radar. See that stuff out in Illinois? That's another leading edge of severe weather, which may affect us later this evening. A severe thunderstorm watch. We may not be completely out of the woods yet. We may see more thunderstorms later this evening. And a reminder, there are a lot of live wires down here in the city and county. Please stay away from them. Very dangerous situation out there this evening.
Yes, it is. And you should also definitely go to a safe place, go to the basement, stay away from broken windows, and just try to stay in a safe area because it can be very dangerous.
And we'll have a lot of weather updates continuing as the evening goes on.
That's right.
Also.
So stay tuned to Channel 32. Thanks for bearing with us. Good night.
This is John Belski. We wanted to bring you the latest on the weather situation. The severe weather has come to an end in the Louisville area. Severe weather still occurring to the east and south of Louisville, from Frankfort down through Bardstown, down to the vicinity in the Hodgenville area. And the entire Channel 32 viewing area remains under a severe thunderstorm watch until 10 o'clock. More heavy thunderstorms developing in Illinois may be arriving later on this evening. The severe thunderstorms in the city of Louisville resulted in winds gusting to near 80 miles per hour. Numerous trees and power lines have been knocked down. There are still plenty of live wires around the area that are down, so please be careful there. Also, damage has been reported at Bowman Field from the severe thunderstorms. LG&E crews report thousands of homes without power at this point. Again, the worst is over for now for the city of Louisville and for Jefferson County. However, a severe thunderstorm watch does remain in effect until 10 o'clock this evening. Stay tuned to Channel 32. We'll keep you posted on further details.